Hey guys, it's Melissa. I'm here to talk about this great game called Ticket to Ride. I really like it. It's a strategy game, but it's not a card game, so I don't have a lot of friends that are playing it right now that I can play with. So the idea behind this video is to describe how the game works, like the basics, and see if maybe it's something you might want to do. That way I can have more friends and have more competition for this game. So it's pretty cool. You can download it for your phone, for your iPad, or even on the desktop now, which is nice. Or you can just play by yourself. If you hit solo, you can play with the computer, which is great because you don't need a Wi-Fi connection. You can play on a plane, killing time. I usually play online with either friends or random strangers like you would Scrabble, and it's kind of cool because they have a chat function. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to go in and play versus the computer. That way we don't leave anyone hanging because I don't want people to be mashing that chat box. So the way that this game works is you have a map of the US. They have other maps that you can get, but this is the most popular one. You can get India, you can get Europe, but that gets a little more complicated. I'm have enough trouble with US geography as it is. So as you'll see here, you have three different options for tickets on the bottom. So the very first thing you do to play this game is decide which way you want to go. Do you want to go from Seattle to New York? Do you want to go from Vancouver to Montreal? Do you want to do Sault Ste. Marie to Oklahoma City, or do you want to do all three? Now you have to pick at least two routes, and what I generally do is try to pick routes that are overlapping. So we got super lucky here because Vancouver to Montreal and Seattle to New York are like almost the same exact route. So this is going to be we're just going to crush this Marge robot lady. It's not even going to be fair. So again, you can click a third card, but you don't have to. So go ahead and click done. And now we've gotten the first part done. See, already easy. So the idea behind this is you have to use these tickets, right? Whatever tickets you have here. And if you have multiples, you'll see that you have more than one. It'll show you the number. For example, just for fun, let's click that. See, it says 2 there. So you have these tickets on the bottom. And what you can do, each turn you have a choice of what to do. You can either pick tickets, which generally you have to do in the beginning, place tickets down on a route to make that route, or you can pick new golden tickets like the ones we first had to make an entirely new route. Now, we want to focus first on the routes that we already have before we're making new ones, so don't even think about that one for now. Generally what you want to do is you can't place any cars down on a route that has 6 blacks unless you have 6 blacks. So it's kind of boring at first, at least for you for watching this video, but we just want to start picking up a bunch of cards. Now that said, since we really need to go from Seattle to Vancouver, because if somebody blocks this, we're in trouble, we might go ahead and use one of our cards. So I don't see a lot of greens up in here, so I'm going to use one of my green cards. That way, we're not taking away from a color that we need. And then you can kind of, think through which way you want to go. If for some reason Margie Robot went to these yellows, we might decide to go the northern part of our route. If she put tickets here in the whites, we might decide to go this southern part of our route. So just keep your options open and always realize there's always more than one way to skin a cat. Oh no! See, we definitely need to go from Montreal to New York, so we're gonna hustle and pick up some blues because we don't want to go this short way. So when you put down trains, you have options, and you can see this little key box down here tells you how many points you get per train you put down. So if we were to only put one train down, we get 1 point. If we put 6 consecutive trains down, for example, these black 6, we get 15 points. So generally, the longer the little track is here that you have, the more points you get. So for example, 2 and 2 would make 4, but if we use 3 here by using blues, we then get it's actually 4. It's only 4. That did not prove my point at all. Anyhow, I generally like to keep routes short because it's one less turn you have if you were to use these 2 and then these 2. Hopefully I'm making sense. I feel like I'm skipping a lot of stuff. But the great thing about this game is there's also a tutorial, so when you first start playing, if you didn't figure out how to play this based on the way I'm playing, just play the tutorial and you will be fine. So we want blacks because I think this route will be a nice, sexy way to go. And we're gonna just keep picking up cards until there's either white cards or black cards over here, because those are really the ones we're after. See, there's a black one. I just snagged that one. Now you can use these wild cards. They go with any color. So say we need to go here and we didn't have 5 cards, if we only had 4, we could go ahead and put 4 down. It will pull from our wild cards. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, when you're picking up cards, you can either pick up 2 from here, this little blue pile, or you can pick up from this side pile 2, or one of each, but you can't pick up a wild card unless you only want to pick up 1 card. Then it only lets you pick up 1, not 2. So I usually generally pull from this pile. That way, you know, you can kind of sneak some wild cards into your own pile without having to lose 1 card. So what do we want to do now? I think we'll just go ahead and pick more cards. Alright, now we have 6 reds, so we can go ahead and put them in this gray space. Anytime there's a gray space, that means you can put any color cards there. And the nice thing is, after we complete this white one, we have no risk of ruin for our route, because you notice, say Marge went this way, or she went this way, we still have a turn and plenty of cards, so we can get to our route, which is great. When you're doing routes, you want to try to think that way. Think about which tracks to place in a way where if somebody blocks you, sometimes people block you intentionally, which is not very nice. I don't ever block intentionally, but if they do, you have sort of alternatives to get out of it. So you'll see down here, this is the number of trains that we have left to work with, and then this is the number of actual color-coded cards. So we need to pick up some cards because we have plenty more trains to lay down. So the nice thing is, as you can see and you heard, we made our 2 routes, and they were both kind of long routes, so we're going to get a sweet number of points for those. So we're just going to pick up cards because sometimes when you're deciding what route to take, knowing what cards you have available to you help you make that decision. So now you'll see we already have 20 cards and we have 21 cars. So we really don't want to pick up too many more cars. So what do we do next? Let's get some tickets. So when you pick tickets, you can pick 1 route, 2 routes, 3 routes, but you have to pick at least 1. So let's see if there's any overlap. So if we don't really want to pick this one because all those green cars are in our way, we don't want to pick this one either because, because we got a lot of stuff in our way. And then this is just some piddly little route in the middle of nowhere. This is sort of between a rock and a hard place. So you know what? We're going to be creative and we're going to pick this one. And we're just going to go around. So we use these oranges that we have. I feel like this particular game seems a little bit boring. It's much more fun when you play it against an actual human. There's just more personality, like anything else. But it's one of those things when you're really getting into it. You feel like you're accomplishing this great thing when you make all these routes and you were blocked and it looked like you couldn't figure it out and you do. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just like therapeutic. We're gonna crush this robot like crazy. So far we have 4 tickets. You can see over here she only has 2 tickets, so we're squishing it. We're squishing her. It's a weird phrase, huh? But keep in mind, she only has 10 cars now, and we have 13. And whoever has 0, 1, or 2 cars, at that point the game stops, and each person gets 1 final turn. So don't try to be too ambitious. So let's see. Denver to El Paso. For some reason, I just don't like that route. Okay, so this is the only one that kind of makes sense. Ooh, man, to get there, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We would have to use all of our trains. I don't know if Marge is going to let us pull that off. So sometimes it's good to just bite the bullet and pick whatever's the shortest and either You don't even have to do it. You could just lose the 4 points if you want. I don't even know if I feel like doing it. I almost feel like taking more tickets. Yeah, let's live a little. We'll take another ticket. Let's gamble. Winnipeg, Houston. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Portland, Nashville. Oh, see, this is awesome. This is exactly why I did this. Because to go from Portland to Nashville, we literally only need to put one car down and we get 17 points. So we're definitely doing that. That was better than us just trying to make these 4 points from... I mean, we'll lose 4 points if we don't make this, but psh, it's worth it. So, also, I like to have all of my cars connecting because at the very end, there's what's called the longest route. Longest route? Yeah, longest route bonus. So whoever has the most consecutive cars in a row gets an extra 10 points. So that actually usually is a big determiner in how the game is run. Now, say I don't feel like picking up more tickets and I don't really want to waste 2 turns doing this route when she still has only 10 cards. I could just lay down routes based on where I think I'm going to get a lot of points. So we'll just do this for fun. So right in that, since we laid down 6 cars, we made 15 points. So that's pretty darn good. Let's see what else we want to do. We could just do this like blue route over here. Oh, what else should we do? So we can go to Miami, and then I'm going to be adventurous after I do this. And for my last turn, instead of laying down cars, because I'm not worried about losing to her, I'm going to just go for another ticket and see if there's a route that I already made. See, we already made Montreal to Atlanta. Not that one and not that one, but guess what? You only need 1. See, sometimes it pays to gamble. So we are all done. And now she gets 1 final turn. Oh no, I guess she doesn't get 1 final turn. So now they count up your routes. So those are both pretty long. And as you'll see, when you don't get a route, it takes it away from you as far as your points go. But it's just 4 points. Sometimes you get like a 20 point one that you're almost there and someone blocks you and ooh, it really kills your score. We're gonna crush you, Marge. Come on, Marge, you couldn't make that route? What was wrong with you? So look at our nice, pretty shape we got going on there. Just, you know, just making things beautiful. So as you can see, that's how you play the game. And I really have a good time with it. I hope you consider downloading it and playing it. And then adding me to your buddy list. When you play a real person, you have a point score up here, and my point score I think right now is about 1250. So that's another cool thing is you're always trying to challenge yourself and sort of get a feel for people's skill levels. And yeah, it's just kind of addictive. So try it out, see if you like it, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know. This is literally my very first time streaming on my computer. So I don't know. Help me help me figure out how to make it better. I'm probably gonna do some poker stuff next. See you later. Bye.